Did you click on this episode because you are tired of feeling stuck in your lazy girl era? Because what if I told you small changes can lead to a big transformation? I was once in my lazy girl era, and I used these 5 tips to not only help me get out of my lazy girl era, but to manifest working with A-list celebrities, some of the top companies in the world, manifesting my dream apartment in Miami, manifesting one of my dream cars, hitting my highest month in my business, moving to another state. And that all came to fruition because I implemented these 5 tips that I'm going to give you right now. If you're unfamiliar about what lazy girl era is, it's this term that's going around on the internet where girls are claiming that they are in their lazy girl era. What does that mean? Means you're unmotivated, means you're not productive, means you just don't want to do anything. And let me tell you this, summer is a time to slow down and relax, and you can do that and still be productive. But if you, my girl, are in your lazy girl era, here are the 5 tips. Number 1 is to change your words. And this one is by far my absolute favorite. I've actually made a whole podcast about changing your words and the power of your words. Our words hold frequency, whether it's the word hate. That's one of the lowest frequencies in the world. Whether it's love, which is one of the highest frequencies in the world, whether it's surprise, drama, any word that you are saying, like, oh, I feel so tired, that is such a low resonating frequency. Oh, I'm so excited today. Like, do you feel the tone of that? Not only the tone, but the words that I'm using. If you change your words, and stop telling yourself that you are lazy and you are not being productive, your life will change because our words hold frequencies and they hold feelings. So when we say specific words, they create a specific feeling inside your body. Have you guys ever been on the beach and you saw those metal detector scanners looking for metal? I want you to think of your brain as that, like a metal detector scanning. If you are scanning for negativity, you are going to find it. If you are scanning for positivity, you are going to find it. So when you wake up in the morning, what are the thoughts that go through your head? Is it, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for another day. I get to go to work. I get to make money. I get to spend time with my family. I get to see my dog. Or is it, oh, I just woke up. I'm so sore. My back hurts. Oh, I don't feel like going to work. I don't want to do this, blah, 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 blah. Those are 2 different people that could be explaining the same situation. So it's all about our words, guys. When I started changing my words, my life fucking changed. One of the biggest ones I do is I never tell myself I have to go to work. I say I get to go to work. Just listen to that and feel it. I get to go to work today versus I have to go to work today and I have to drink water. No one wants to be forced to do that shit, okay? Last thing about changing your words, I want to invite you to stop putting labels on yourself. Stop calling it anxiety. Stop telling yourself you're depressed. Stop saying that you're lazy. Stop putting yourself in a fucking box, okay? Someone's got to wake your ass up, and I'm going to be that person to do so. What you tell yourself, you become. If you're listening to this and this is resonating, I want you to download the Audible book, The Power by Rhonda Barnes. Just trust me on this. Before we move on to habit number 2, I would love to ask if you could give this a rating and a review if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I would love if you drop a comment below and let me know what your biggest takeaway is. Give it a like and share this with one of your best friends. Okay, number 2 is going outside. So going outside right when you wake up is going to help you become more motivated and help you get out of that lazy girl era because the sun in the morning actually regulates your circadian rhythm and it regulates your hormone levels. So let's talk about your circadian rhythm. I want you to think of your circadian rhythm as your internal clock. So it's basically what wakes you up naturally and what keeps you alert during the day. And if you feel like you don't get tired before bed or it's hard for you to get out of bed, then this one is for you. Sunlight exposure in the morning helps synchronize your internal clock, which is your circadian rhythm. And this reinforces your sleep-wake patterns, which makes it easier to wake up in the morning and feel tired at night. So like I said, if you have trouble falling asleep when it's time to go to bed, go outside in the morning because it's going to help regulate your circadian rhythm. So not only does it do that, but it also helps regulate your hormones. And so morning light actually suppresses the production of melatonin, which is a hormone that makes you sleepy. Interesting, right? And in return, it naturally wakes you up. So the sun also boosts your serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that elevates your mood and alertness. And lastly, sunlight helps regulate your cortisol. Your cortisol is your stress hormone. We're actually going to talk about regulating your cortisol levels. I believe it's tip number 5. And there's so many studies done on this. Tip number 3 is to make your bed. I know this is so motherfucking cliche. All these entrepreneurs say, make your fucking bed, you'll be successful. The most successful people in the world make their bed because it's true. And you want to know something funny? My ex, one of the good things he taught me was to make my bed in the morning. We used to have sleepovers and he would always make his bed in the morning. I was like, oh, wow. I just picked up on that because I never made my bed in the morning. My thought process was, why would I make my bed if I'm just going back in to mess it up? And so the fact that he started making his bed, I started making my bed. And seeing your bed organized sends a signal to your subconscious mind of organization. So when you see your bed made and everything is put into place, your subconscious mind feels that too. Do you ever have a really cluttered mind and your physical environment is cluttered as well? How can we reduce the clutter in our mind? Try to start reducing the clutter in your external environment. Tip number 3, how to exit your lazy girl era is movement. Sign up for a new gym or sign up for a new workout studio. There are so many workout classes all over the world. For example, boxing, you could go to Rumble, you could do hot yoga, you can go to bar, you could go to Pilates, you can even go to a private owned gym. And not only does movement help you get out of your lazy girl era, but it also helps you socialize and meet new people. I've met the most amazing people through the gym industry and being like in group classes. I've moved to 3 different cities by myself, started my whole life over, and that's how I met some of my best friends still to this day. Before you work out, majority of the time, you're not going to be like, oh my God, I'm so excited to go to the gym. Sometimes you are when you create it as a lifestyle like me. I have that feeling, but I'm also not perfect. And there are times where I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym. I have switched my perspective and how I view the gym to be more enjoyable. And it's like, oh my gosh, I get to move. Oh my gosh, I get to lower my cortisol levels. Oh my gosh, I get to feel amazing because you always feel good after a workout. There are specific chemicals that are released in your body that make you feel good. 9 out of 10 times, you may not feel amazing before you work out. That's normal. Same. I get it, girl. Same. But after, you'll feel really good. So, this is a tip that has helped me in the past. Sign up for a gym or a group studio that has a cancellation policy. Because are you going to cancel if you're going to lose your money? Or sign up for a gym that makes you get a annual like commitment. Like commit your ass to a motherfucking gym, girl. Tip/habit number 5 is to lower your cortisol levels. So, if you are new here, I'm going to talk about EFT tapping. If you are an OG, you know what EFT tapping is. EFT tapping stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. And what it does is we have specific meridian points around our body. And we tap on those meridian points. We tap out the unwanted, negative, stressful feelings, and we tap in what we do want to feel. And this is science backed. There is so much research done by this. Tony Robbins swears by this. There are high level CEOs and entrepreneurs who do this every single day. And some of you who are listening to this also tap every single day because I know my clients do. And I know a lot of my clients listen to my podcast. EFT tapping is actually proven to reduce your cortisol levels by 40% in a given session. Most of the reason why you're fucking lazy is because your stress hormones are high. I'm not going to say all of you, but a lot of you have that high stress level. And so how do you get out of that? EFT tapping. I tap every fucking day. Right now I'm tapping on abundance because we're in the month of August and I have been manifesting abundance like crazy. So much so that I'm going to create a video on the exact script that I use because it has just been working miracles. I've manifested my highest month this month. I've manifested amazing opportunities, things that I didn't even think, I just wasn't even expecting it. And so I'm so excited to create that for you guys. So those are the 5 realistic, healthy habits to be productive right now. If you implement this, your life can change. I implemented this at the beginning of my journey And that was the stepping stone. Rome wasn't built in a day. You have to take small steps and celebrate yourself along the way. So when you incorporate these things, cheer for yourself. I'm celebrating XYZ today. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to rate and review this episode wherever you're tuning in from. I love you guys, and I'll see you on my next episode. Bye.